Hi, my name is Gregory. Today I want to share with you the case I just finished last week. This is restoration from 6 to 10 by Impress. I just want to follow it the same as Dr. Chuck. I presented the case maybe like a couple of weeks ago on an elderly patient when he restored number 8. So it's almost similar case, but it's from 6 to 10. On the patient's profile you can see that the lady has class 2 bite, and she's 86 years old, wants to align her upper front teeth, doesn't want to do any surgeries, and functionally she's within normal limits. You can see on the pictures with the E sound, we can see that her upper teeth extended more down than it should be, and the only correct is by they had to have a surgery done. But of course at 86 years old she's not going to do any surgeries. You can see also the multiple cavities on all her restorations from 6 to 11. Her even the crowns, on posterior crowns she has cavities, but she wants to concentrate only on the teeth at 6 to 10. What she wants to do is to increase in length on teeth at 8 to 10 to align with the rest of the teeth. That's what she wanted. Of course, cosmetically it's not the way that we planned for this case, but we're also following so the patient wanted. But again, to prove it, what I did again, I'll look at the pictures with the E sound, okay, with her positions, and we can see that the midline is shifted, and the teeth also crooked, has multiple cavities. With the repose, we can see that she's showing a lot of her teeth, especially canines. Usually my starting point on people in repose picture, the canine has to be at 0 level. That's my starting point. That's where I have to place my teeth. But at this point, again, it's overextended. It's very difficult to work with those teeth. Secondly, she has perio problems, and I'll share with you all my you know, plus and minus with this case. What problems did I get, and what was done. So this is MIP picture. This is a close-up picture. You can see again the multiple cavities. She has deep overbite, and again midline is shifted. You can see also buccal right and buccal left from different views where she has cavities and what restoration she had. This is a lingual view. So let me share it how the approach to this case. You can see that from a occlusal point she is wearing on the lingual side. It means her bite is resides on the one side on the lingual side of those upper anterior teeth. It means if I'm going to do restorations, I'm not going to do the crowns on those teeth. The reason is because within probably 8 years by using those teeth, she removed probably 1 millimeter of those enamel. If I'm going to grind, I'm going to grind more, what probably within 30 minutes, what she was done within 70 years. And by looking at the pictures when I'm going to do the prep, you'll see there will be nothing left from those teeth, number one. Secondly, she will end up with root canal. So I'll try to be as much as conservative to save those teeth. And you will see at the end what result. So I took preliminary impressions, sent to my lab, and the lab designed my teeth. Again, so we can use Sarman technique here and do one by one. But again, she's 86 years old. She's not going to sit here 2-3 hours, and it's not for her. The another problem what I had, I told you that she has a perio problems. When you take algae impressions at the teeth in one position. So my technician waxed up, and when you transfer to the patient's mouth, you try to scan the prep and the images before. They're not sometimes coincide because the teeth move all over the place, and it was very difficult to manage this case. So you can see there is a guideline. It's for me how much should I prep my teeth, okay, where I have to remove them more. And also it gives me on the facial view that I don't have to do so much reduction in Incisal on 89 because I have to add the porcelain there. Again, it's for everyone who use Cerec, you don't have to use one-day dentistry. When you plan the case, when you execute the case, at the end result you will be satisfied and the patient are satisfied. In this case, what I was planning is I know I had to break the contact point between 8 and 9, shift, reduce more on the mesial of number 9 to get a proper midline. So I know that facially I don't have to remove much on number 8, and then say that number 10 is inverted. So again, I'll show you how I prep my teeth, her teeth of course. I removed all the restorations I have. I'm trying to put like a laminate type restoration, like a 3/4 crowns. But again, we can plan sometimes so much, but sometimes execution through the Cerec is going to be very difficult because sometimes you can't get to the corners. And again, it's your teeth are mobile, period involved, and what I decide probably to use Cerec with the composite to splint those teeth together. So this is preparation. I'll show you the different angle of this preparation. You can see on number 6 the cavity went subgingivally, so I have to restore it. You can see from mesial and distal view or each teeth, it's how much tooth structure being removed, where the prep was done, how to break the contacts. This is the temps placed in the patient's mouth. Now those temps, these temporaries, my patient leave, and what I want to find out is if she's okay with those type of restorations. I mean the lens, the position, it's and everything else, the shape. I want to see that what her relatives, family gonna say, if she's gonna allow, it's have a speech gonna be involved. But most of all, what you see, that's especially like a number 9, you can see it's under reduction. It says I have to reduce a little bit more if I'm going to place any kind of restoration here. So it gives you like a guideline what probably going to be people expect. So the patient left and came back a week after. So I did the final preparation. You can see that I remove all the cavities and try to probably stay in enamel as much as I can so I can have better bondings. Okay, I use second cord again to take the impressions, but and I can probably fabricate my crowns on the model, but I had the problems. I took the impression, and when I poured the models, because of again it's of quantity of the tooth structure left, okay, and the material I use. Every time I'm trying to remove my stone material from the impression, it breaks. So I tried to use several materials. It doesn't work. So what I end up using is I using temporary material, bisacrylic, and that's how I poured the model. And on those models, then I create those crowns. If you ask me, it was Sarban technique, not Sarban technique, I went through a lot. It's not Sarban technique. It's technique what probably I use. Okay, most of the crowns are biogeneric. So I tried to use my wax up. It didn't go through because again the position of the teeth was very difficult to manage. So this is the final crowns on the model. Again, when I'm trying to put in the patient's mouth, this is how she end up. See the smile line, and you see that from a lingual view she's using partial. So I splint 8 and 9 together. Okay, and the rest of the teeth you can see it's a partially covered crowns. The lingual part is still the same. She is thrilled with the result. Her family was alright. This picture of the insertion was 1 week before. So she came back today. Okay, now you can see the result. I want to show you how the tissue healed. and how she responded. You see the partial denture on top. She was fine. She liked the result, but again, the oral hygiene, I want to probably, she used probably more toothbrush because she still doesn't taking care of those teeth. But yeah, don't blame her. Her dexterity probably is not the best, but she bought a water pick today and probably promised me to use it more often to control the caries. So this the case I want to share with you, and I hope you liked my presentation. Thank you very much.